couple top 10s ago, we made it look like we were gonna do top 10 numbers as like a joke or whatever. But what you didn't know is that I've actually really wanted to do this stupid idea for top 10 for years. And today is finally the day. I'm gonna go record it. Hey. Hey!
I'm Sam.
And I'm Austin.
And we're hijacking ScrewTack's top 10 numbers to give you our top 10 numbers. Because they're better than Nick's.
Number 10.
A number associated with a counterculture lifestyle and countless trash memes, our first number finds itself amongst words like blaze it and whoa, man.
We're talking, of course, about 420, a number so revered that it often finds itself bracketed by X's of both lower and upper case in an attempt to contain its awesome power.
Now this number by all accounts should have been pretty high on our list. After all, who hasn't had the pleasure of playing with one of the millions of players in any online game ever that includes 420 in their internet handle? Yet it has one glaring problem with it.
And no, it's not 420's relationship with both recreational and punctual drug use. It's the simple fact that 420 is also Hitler's birthday. So yeah, it makes the number 10 spot.
Number 9.
We use numbers to understand, judge, and rank the world around us.
She came in third. He's an 8, and it's number 1.
But in the case of percents, 100's the very best you can be. I mean, if you get 100 on a test, you're jumping for joy.
Or if your steak's 100% grade A delicious, you're a happy camper. And if you're keeping it 100, well, then you're keeping it 100.
And that's why we're gonna keep it 100 by putting number 100 at our number 9.
Number 8.
Life and death. The infinite cycle of nature's endless creation and destruction.
The duality of hard work and relaxation. The struggle of both giving and receiving. Harmony. Balance. The numerical representation of the golden rule.
Much like Ouroboros, destroying and recovering. Eating and being eaten. 69 is the yin-yang symbol of a generation.
Number 7.
Hear me out. The next number on our list is 16, and for starters, we picked it because 16 is mad divisible, and you've got to respect that.
Beyond divisibility, 16 holds a lot of cultural significance as well. It's the age when many young people get their driver's license, and with it, their independence.
It's also the age a whole lot of countries let you start drinking, which is pretty badass. Interestingly enough, a lot of the countries that let you drive at 16 sure as shit won't let you drink at 16.
Plus, 16 is also the number of bits in both the Super Nintendo and the Sega Genesis.
We're talking about a style of games that were so good, they're still emulated today. And that's why 16 is our number 7.
Number 6.
If there was a number that was gonna be a wizard, it would be 3, the motherfucking magic number.
Alright, let's break it down. We've got the Holy Trinity, the Deathly Hallows, the rules of 3 in comedy, and the rule of thirds in photography.
We got 3 musketeers, count them 1, 2, 3.
Third time's the charm.
Also, let's not forget about trilogies. Lord of the Rings, Christopher Nolan Batman movies, hell, Star Wars is even a trilogy of trilogies now. No one's out there making quadrilogies, fuck 4. That's just 1 too many for me.
Number 5.
If there's any number that is used more than any other number out there, it's gotta be the number 1.
1 is pretty badass. For starters, everything is divisible by 1, which is pretty swell. Plus, its Spanish pronunciation, uno, is one of the best words to shout loudly in your friend's face after dunking on him with a skip, skip, uno, draw 4 combo.
Fucking hate that game. But anyway, who doesn't want to be number 1? There's no better place than in first. I mean, we're here right now counting down to the number 1 spot.
And to be honest, number 1 would have done a little bit better on our list, but sadly, as we all know, it's also the loneliest number of them all, so it lost a couple points there.
Number 4.
0 is arguably not a real number,
Yes, it is.
but it still makes our list for a number of reasons. See what I did there? Anyways, 0 is one of the most interesting numbers out there. It's neither even nor odd,
It's even.
but it does hold the place between negative and positive.
That is true. And in a world of literally infinite numbers, 0 does have a unique aspect to it that makes it stand out. The representation of nothingness.
If that isn't enough though, don't forget 0 is the name of probably the most badass Mega Man character out there. So, there's that too.
Number 3.
One of the most talked about numbers in the mathematical communities, and for good reason too, the next number on our list is pi. Inherently simple, and also infinitely deep.
Without it, we'd have shitty circles and not a fucking clue how gravity and shit works, so you've gotta give it some credit.
Pi is seen in everything from the spiral of the DNA double helix to the disk of our sun.
On top of all that, pi finds itself in an interesting and very unique group of two other numbers. The group of numbers that have a taste.
However, unlike its questionably unsavory tasting cousins 420 and 69, Pi tastes wonderful.
And for that, it earns a spot on our list at number 3.141596. Okay, I'm serious, I'm not, this is like 12 pages of pi, I'm not fucking reading this.
Number 2.
The next number on our list might have been a bit obvious to you, but that's just a testament to how deserving this spot is. I'm talking, of course, about lucky number 7.
Not only is 7 just simply an attractive and aesthetically pleasing number, it's also very often the perfect amount to have enough, but simultaneously not too much of something.
Let us prove it to you.
Do we have 6 deadly sins? No, that's too few. You can't cover all the bad stuff with just 6. It would be pure anarchy. How about 8? Too many fucking sins. No one's gonna keep track of all those sins. What about 7 deadly sins? Now we're talking. That's just enough sins to still seem like a lot, but not be too many. Or in other words, the perfect amount.
And you can see this example everywhere. 7 seas, 7 continents, 7 dwarfs, 7 days of the week.
And for an added bonus, nothing is better than hitting them 7s at a slot machine.
Now before we get to our number 1, let's do a quick recap.
I know it's been a little while since we've done one of these, but it's literally the entire reason we made this list. Number 10, 420 Blazing.
Number 9, 100.
Number 8, 69.
Number 7, 16.
Number 6, 3.
Number 5, 10.
Number 4, 0.
Number 3, 3.14159265.
And number 2, 7.
It's number 1.
There are a bunch of cool numbers out there, like 11 for instance, which for us is always a secret number for some reason. Or how about 99? That's the amount of problem Jay-Z has.
But only one number on our list can be number 1. Only one number out there can strike fear into the hearts of everyone. Admittedly, this number varies from culture to culture, but for us, we're specifically speaking of the number 13.
I shit you not, they don't even put this fucking number in elevators. In fact, they had to figure out wormhole technology just to skip the 13th floor on pretty much every goddamn building they've ever made.
I don't think that's how that works. But the number 13 has been feared since 1780 BC.
And anytime 13 happens to combine its terrible powers with Friday, well, we're all fucked.
Some analysts even believe that up to $1 billion each year are lost from people choosing not to do business on Friday the 13th. 1 billion!
There's even a name for people who have a phobia of 13. It's called triskaidekaphobia, and it also happens to be a pretty fucking fun magic card.
So hopefully by putting number 13 in our number 1 spot, the gods will spare us all.
Alright, our secret number 11 is actually gonna be a few numbers because we couldn't fit all of our favorites in here.
First up, 27, just because it's my favorite number.
1.61 and some change, better known as the golden ratio.
And last but not least, 11.
Mainly because 11 is a pretty badass character in Stranger Things.